Santa Anita Racing this week has a big week coming up. It is Santa Anita Derby Day on Saturday. There's also racing on Thursday, so a 4-day racing week. I'm going to talk about the Thursday races, which include a couple of graded stakes races. Yeah, since the races were canceled last weekend, means we're going to get some really good racing on a Thursday this week. So get ready for race number 7, the Grade 3 Wilshire. We'll also have race number 9, the Grade 3 American, on a very strong Thursday card at Santa Anita. Remember, DRF has you covered. Past performances, clocker reports, DRF picks, everything you need at shop.drf.com. And for those of you Santa Anita players, remember, this is a massive, massive week coming up because we've got the Santa Anita Derby Challenge on Saturday at expressbet.com. Now, on Thursday, there is a feeder you can play for $40. It'll get you qualified for Friday. Friday is the last chance qualifier. So if you don't want to pay the $1,500 entry fee, you can actually qualify for $300 on by playing that one on Friday. So if you go to expressbet.com and you look in the tournament section, you will see you can play in a $40 feeder at Santa Anita on Thursday. This card we're looking at, that will get you into Friday's Santa Anita Derby Challenge feeder. That costs you $300. So $1,500, a little bit expensive, but maybe you can qualify for $300. Maybe you can even qualify for $40. That's what I'm going to try to do on Thursday, looking at some of these races. Now, the opener, I did think was going to be a little bit formful. I felt like Paradise Lake was going to run really well in here. This horse had some legitimate trouble in that career debut, who got shuffled, was in between horses. The problem is she's just not going to offer us very much value in here. If you're playing any side of early exotics, this would be a horse who I may just kind of key in on and not use a whole bunch in here, but not necessarily offering us a whole lot of value early on in race number 1. But let's flip to race number 3, a horse who is an intriguing long shot to include in some of your exotics, trying the grass for the first time. I think the 5 Wins It Well is just going to run better in here for a barn who is very good with young horses, knowing where to spot them. This horse is better than that last effort would indicate, no doubt about it. We've seen some real ability in the mornings, and Wins It Well, just kind of sneaky horse, I think is going to be totally dismissed at a huge price. So a horse to throw in some of your early exotics and your early pick 5 at a big price there. Let's get to race number 5. Not a whole ton of speed in this one. 1.25 miles on the turf course. I thought the number 3, Mirari, would be extremely tough in here. Now, she was able to get the lead last time out and go wire to wire, but she's also been able to sit off the pace and pass horses, and that was a good effort in her career debut at Keeneland. So, to me, going up and down the field, she has speed. She also has the ability to sit off and pass horses if need be. So I think that versatility that she has in this type of a race makes her a major player. Because I look at a horse like Musical Rhapsody. In her last 4 races, she's been defeated by Linda's Gift. And who is Linda's Gift? She's a pace factor. She's a horse who always wants to be on the lead or sitting close and can always get the jump on a horse like Musical Rhapsody. So I think in this spot, Mirari, if she's able to take to the 1.25 miles, she should have every opportunity to do so. Remember, with DRF Formulator, you can take a look at the past performances in the pedigree real quick, and you can see that this horse's dam did have some success on the turf, going long, was stakes placed going long on the turf, did try to go a little bit farther, went 1 mile and 3/8, and actually didn't run all that poorly, beaten only a length and 3/4 that day. So that's the dam. And then you can look at some of the other siblings and see how have they done if they had to go a little bit farther. Well, this horse has a direct sibling that won going 1.25 miles on the synthetic, Lilac Girl. Also has another sibling, Talking, who has shown the ability to go long, as a horse who won Broke the Maiden going 1 mile, and we've seen have fine success going longer. So looking through this pedigree for Mirari, it does seem like distance and added distance shouldn't be a problem for her. She's 4-1 on the morning line. I think if you can get anything above 3, that's fair value, and I thought she fits really well in here. Continuing along at Santa Anita, let's move to the Wilshire, which is race number 7. So it feels like this is just a perfect spot, second start back off the bench for school dance. This mare is grade one placed at a mile and a quarter last year. She was just behind Rhea Moon in the American Oaks. And then following that, she stepped up. She had to face older. She ran into Quattrell a couple times, closing remarks. She didn't run poorly. She was beaten 2 lengths, a length and a half, a length and a half. Then on May the 29th, she was in the Gamely. She had some trouble that day. She's kind of bumped around, and she finished 7th. She was beaten 10 lengths. But following that, she was off. She showed back up in the yellow ribbon, and again, she just didn't fire. So we know there were reasons to just excuse those races. She had some physical issues because she wasn't on the track. But she shows back up on February the 25th at Santa Anita, and we can watch her race here. She's the number 10. This is going 6.5 furlongs. What I love about this, it's a perfect prep race for her to make her, first start back off of a layoff, and it gets a little bit more speed in her. It sharpens her up. It gets her fit and ready for this. She had a fine start, but then you see she's all the way to the back. She's dead last. She's about 10 lengths off. She just kind of gets outrun after the good start. They're a lot faster than what she's used to. And she loses to a horse named AG Bullet, who is 3 for 3 on the grass. So you start looking through a horse like this as past performances. You can excuse her last 2 races because they were both followed, the race in August and in May, because they were both followed by layoffs. This race, while she's 6th and she's, doesn't look fantastic on paper, the race makes sense. She's last. It's a race going shorter than where she's at her best. And we see her come rolling late. So keep an eye on her down there with that blue cap starting to move inside. And she saved ground. She's moving well through traffic. And now she's got to kind of pick. There's not a whole lot of space. So she has to slow down and kind of maneuver over to try to go through another hole. She could have been second in here. The difference between where she finished and finishing second was not much at all. But because she's 6th, it just looks a lot worse on paper. I feel like this should set her up really well to stretch out, to go 1 mile at Santa Anita, which has been her best career effort. Best race that we've ever seen from her, 1 mile at Santa Anita. So I'm going to give School Dance a big, long look in the Will shirt. Continuing on at Santa Anita on Thursday. Let's go to the 9th race and finish things up. I played this horse last time, so I was curious to see where he would show back up in this spot. I'm going to go to the 9, Prince of Bama. This is a multiple graded stakes winner who was off from February of 2023 to March of 2024. So he was off for 13 months. It's a long layoff. And when he showed back up, it ended up being a difficult race. The reason why? A horse named Goliad was in this race, and Goliad is very fast. He's the type of horse who's runoff type horse. We're watching the 1, Prince of Bama. That's who the horse I like. But Goliad is the 8, and you're going to see Goliad go and open up. And if you look at the fractions that Prince of Bama was chasing, they went 45-3 to the half mile, which just feels like it's going to be it's a lot faster than what you're going to see in this type of a race. And Prince of Bama was not far out of it. Was 3rd, was down on the inside. So off the long layoff, this horse got caught up a little too close to a pretty fast pace. And that ends up being the reason why we don't get a better finish from Prince of Bama. Keep in mind, this is grade 1 company off a 13-month layoff. So they felt confident coming into the race, but the way it shaped up where they were going so fast early and Prince of Bama was not too far behind that, and then he moved early on, you can absolutely understand why this horse gets tired. So the top 3 finishers in this race were Du Jour, Easter, and Augies. You only see Du Jour on the screen right now. And what that means is the race fell apart. You had the 1, 2, 3 finishers in this race. They were 4th, 6th, and 7th early in the race. So the horses who were anywhere close to the pace, they all rightfully got tired late. And it feels like a race that sets up very well for Prince Abama. Second start back, getting a little bit of class relief, has the ability to sit close. I like the 96-1 on the morning line. Anything around 7-2 feels fair. Anything there or above. A look at some plays for Thursday at Santa Anita. Best of luck playing the races on Thursday at Santa Anita. Don't forget, Santa Anita Derby Challenge on Saturday. Tournament players, it is a big money game where you can qualify for the NHC for next year already. Win your 2025 NHC seats. You can play at ExpressBet or Santa Anita, and everything you need every racing day at Santa Anita. You get the DRF.com, past performances, clocker reports, and DRF picks. Good luck on Thursday at Santa Anita. We'll have a lot more for you this week coming up. Friday's opening day at Keeneland. If you want some help there, I recorded a video with Barry Spears looking at the late pick 5 sequence. We'll also have Saturday Keeneland preview, Saturday Santa Anita preview, Saturday Aqueduct preview. Racing action all over the place this week. Good luck. Hope you all make some money.